What we are currently exploring in chapter 39 of Tanya is the idea of how the Chabad of Atzilus, the Chachman Bin Das, the wisdom, which is godly intellect in the highest world, is condensed and is contracted so that some of that Ein Sof, that endless light, can be experienced in the lower world of Bria. But like we're saying is that really there's no way that a soul could apprehend Atzilus in its full power without that dimming, because they become completely nullified out of existence. And so really the souls of Bria get like a taste test of complete and utter transcendence, but in a way that they can have that experience and still remain a soul and not just be absorbed into the endless unity. So ein machshava tfisa b'chlal, no thought can grasp God at all, because if we were to grasp God in the realm of Atzilus, we would no longer be an independent existence. We'd be absorbed into that unity. I mean, if we were to realize how one we are with God, we will lose a sense of conscious self. And God wants us to have a sense of yesh, a sense of existence. We are made to be creations. We're not made to just absorb back into the endless light. As much fun as we want to do that, God is not into the ascent, he's into the descent. He wants a home in this physical world. And so that would be counter to the mission. So what was the reason the spirit of Atzilus needed to be dimmed before it could come down to Bria? Why is it so important that the energy of Atzilus is dimmed? So the creations there, the souls, wouldn't be nullified and be absorbed in the Ein Sof, meaning any exposure to Atzilus undiluted, to God's endless light as it is manifest in Atzilus, and they would cease to be Bria, they would cease to be creations, and they would just feel themselves to be part of the Creator. So there is the boat of the Tzaddikim, which is connected to the world of Atzilus. And how are these higher level Tzaddikim able to be connected to Atzilus is because their mission is to be completely nullified to God. Is that they are called the chariot. They're supposed to be nullified to the blessed Ein Sof. They are completely giving themselves over. They don't even have an experience of self. And we know this from the patriarchs. They themselves constitute the divine chariot, for this was the patriarch's level of service throughout their lives. This was the mission, was to completely be ibn begaber, completely given over to godliness in a way that they feel themselves to really and completely just be a channel for God in this world, without any will or thought or desire of their own. But this is not the level that we need to be searching for in terms of intellect and emotion. Through Maisa, through action, we do reach the level of chariot, through the action of mitzvahs. But in terms of consciousness, we will still remain a yesh consciousness, a separate self-existence, which is not a bad thing. We're just exploring the lofty level of the patriarchs right now. Thank you for taking the time to explore today's Tanya together.